Am I audible to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, now, so do you have any doubts regarding our CAT 1 question paper and CAT 1 marks? Anybody is having any doubts? Please let me know if you are having any doubts regarding CAT 1 question paper and CAT 1 mark. You can ask me right now, or else I will move on to the next topic. Okay, I think everyone is satisfied with your marks. So our next topic is our second unit. So for your CAT 2 syllabus, you'll be having 2 units. So unit 2 and unit 3. Okay. So in unit 2, I will cover very, very important problems related with projection of solids. Okay. So do you have any problem with my audio? Please let me know. And also, please, if you're having any problem with my presentation, please let me know. Okay. So this is our, sorry, it is actually second unit. It is not a third unit. Projection of solids. Okay. So this is our heading, projection of solids. So in this topic, we will be discussing about different inclined planes. So here also we'll be discussing about both inclined condition and also single inclined condition. Okay. So similar like our previous topic, projection of planes, this topic also contains different types of projections. Okay. So in the different types of projections, a particular topic is very, very important. That is called inclined condition. Okay. And your syllabus is having the particular one topic, single topic. So I'm directly moving on to the problem. So what is the difference between a plane and what is the difference between a solid? So please someone respond for this. What is the difference between a plane and a solid? I already told you this. If you are combining a different planes, okay, if you are combining a multiple planes, you can able to create a solid. For example, we have already discussed about a number of planes called square, triangle, pentagon, hexagon. Okay, so if you are adding one more dimension towards that particular plane, you can able to create a solid. Normally, plane will be called it as a 2D diagram. It is a two-dimensional diagram, but solid is a three-dimensional diagram. Okay, so if you are adding a thickness towards that particular plane, then we can call that plane as a solid. Okay, for example, if you're having a single A4 sheet, that is a rectangular plane. We can call that single A4 sheet as a rectangular plane. So if you are having a bunch of A4 sheet and that is combined with a spiral binding, normally we'll call that as a node. Okay, that particular node will be called it as a rectangular prism. That is a solid because that node contains a thickness. A paper thickness is very, very negligible, so you don't have to consider the thickness. So we can call that paper as a 2D component, two-dimensional component. So if we are adding multiple papers and combining that papers as a node, then we can call it as a 3D component because that bunch of papers containing a particular amount of thickness or else height. We can call that as a height. Okay, so we can call that particular node as a rectangular prism. Okay, so in projection of solids. We'll be discussing about different kind of solids. Normally, we'll be discussing about prisms, okay, and we'll be discussing about uh, pyramids, okay. So prism and pyramid is having a slight difference, okay, and we will be discussing about cylinders. That is a different kind of one, and we'll be discussing about cones. So cone will comes under a topic called pyramid. Okay, so this is our different kind of solids available in this unit. Okay, so in your syllabus itself, it is discussed about inclined solid. Okay, so we'll be discussing about prisms, pyramids, and cone. Finally, cylinder. Okay, so this problem. So please read out this problem. A pentagonal prism. So we are going to discuss about a pentagonal prism. Okay, with a side of 25 mm. So normally we are going to discuss about a pentagon. It is a prism. Okay, so pentagon will be having a side value, and also if it is a prism, you will be having a height value, axis of 50 mm long. Okay, so the condition is it is rest with one of its edges on the HP. So you'll be having the same condition, whether it is edges on the HP or else uh, corners on the HP. And same like we'll be having a condition called edges on VP and corners on VP. Okay, so the four condition is similar with our previous heading. So such that the base containing the edge makes an angle of 30° to the HP and the axis is parallel to VP. Okay, so we are going to discuss about incline condition that is 30° to the HP, and for VP it is parallel. Okay, so in solids we'll be discussing about the axis. Okay, so the axis is parallel and axis is perpendicular and axis is inclined. So what is meant by axis? So what is meant by axis? So the central part of the particular solid, the central line will be called as axis. So for marking this axis, you have to use the command called center line. Okay, so how to draw a center line? Okay, so initially you have to create a lengthy horizontal line, and after that you have to create a shortest line. Then again you have to create a lengthy line. Then again you have to create a shortest line, then lengthy line. Okay, so this is our uh, this will be called as a center line. Okay, so what is the procedure to start this problem? So for starting this problem, you have to look at this first condition. Rest with one of its edges on the HP. Okay, so normally in our plane condition, we'll be using the edge of your pentagon exactly at the right side of this problem. In this solid condition, please use edge exactly at the right side of this problem. If you want to create a pentagon with edge on the left side, you will be able to do, but the condition will be a little bit different. Okay, so clear? If it is a plane, you have to draw this pentagon exactly, yeah, exactly with the edges on the left side. So here in solids, you have to draw a pentagon with an edge exactly at the right side. ரெண்டுமே கரெக்ட் தான்ப்பா, ரெண்டு டைப்லையும் ட்ரா பண்ணலாம். பட் த தேர்ட் diagram, while creating the third diagram, you have to be conscious because the particular edge should be exactly placed on the HP. That is what our condition. Okay, so அதை மட்டும் மறந்துடாதீங்க. Okay, so I'm moving to the condition. So here this is our problem. Okay, so the edge, this is what the edge of the pentagon. Okay, now I'm placing the edge exactly on the HP plane. So this is not our diagram. I'm just explaining how to draw this diagram. Okay. So if you're doing this, you have to draw the pentagon exactly on the top view position. Is it okay? You have to draw the pentagon exactly on the top view position. Okay. So this is not our diagram. I'm just explaining this pentagonal prism. So this is what our prism, pentagonal prism. So for a pentagonal, we have pentagonal planes. Okay, now is it clear? You'll be having two pentagonal planes. So one is at top surface and another one is at bottom surface. So it is having a height value. So this is what our height value. So this one is the height of this prism. If it is a pyramid, you will be having only a single pentagonal shape that is exactly on the bottom of this pyramid. Okay. So if it is a pyramid, so everyone has studied about pyramid because so if it is a pentagon, please consider this as a pentagon. If it is a pentagonal pyramid, you have to connect these 5 corners with the point. So I will show an example with the help of Google. Okay. So now you have to draw a horizontal line, similar like our previous condition with it is called as reference line with the name of X and Y. Then you have to mark the name of the particular planes. One is VP and another one is HP. Okay. So after that, you have to create a plane exactly on the top view position because the condition is rest with one of its edges on HP. If it is on HP, you have to draw the pentagonal shape exactly on the top view position. If it is on VP, you have to draw a pentagonal plane exactly on the front view position. Is it clear? Now please remind me if you're having any doubts. Do you have any doubts? Okay. So I already told you that you'll be having two planes with the shape of pentagon. Okay. So if you are having two planes, you have to name one plane with a numerical number and you have to name the other plane with the letters. Okay. So here it is named as 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And similar to that, the top plane is named as A, B, C, D, and E. Okay. So with this, so if you're creating a plane like this, you have to name each and every corner with a letter and also a number. So this one is called as top view. So if it is a top view, what is the procedure? The top surface is named as A, B, C, D, E, and the bottom surface is named as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then what is the name of this point? The left side corner. What is the name of this left side corner? Okay, so I'm going to show you the 3D diagram. Okay, so this is what our 3D diagram. Okay, so if this is the 3D diagram, this one is the edge and this one is the opposite corner. So I need the name of this corner for the particular top view. So what will be the name? Anyone? Roll number 18. Roll number 18. roll number 18. So 18 is absent. Next, roll number 20.
Yes, sir.
Okay, ma. So are you clear with my question? So I need the name of this particular corner. So I have shown you the corner in 3D diagram. So this is what our corner. So if we are looking from the top view direction, what is the name of this corner? In the point name, enama.
Yes.
So similar to that, you'll be having another one more point. That is a hidden point. So the name of the hidden point is 1. Okay. Then what will be the name of this corner?
A of 1, sir.
A of 1. Okay. So if it is a prism, you will be having 2 names for a single corner. If it is a pyramid, you'll be having only one name because there is no 2 surfaces for a pyramid. So pyramid சொல்றது புரியுதுல்ல? So நம்ம எகிப்துல இருக்குல்ல. So it is also a pyramid. It is a square pyramid. Okay. If it is a square pyramid, you'll be having only a square on the bottom side, and also you'll be having a sharp corner at the top side. So you will not be having a 2 surfaces. Okay, if it is a prism, you have to name each and every corner as a notation. So நீ எங்க வேணா ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணலாம். A எங்க வேணா ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணலாம். That is not a problem. You can name this point as A. You can name this point as B. So that is your choice. But the order should be a clean order. Okay, so this one will be A of 1. Okay, and this one will be B of 2, and this one will be C of 3. Okay, similar to that, this one will be D of 4, and this one will be E of 5. Okay, so A of 1, B of 2, C of 3, D of 4, and E of 5. Okay, so after creating this, you have to know the center axis for this solid. Okay, because we have already discussed about the axis is parallel to VP, and the axis makes an angle of 30 degree to HP. So you need to mark that particular axis. Okay, so for creating an axis of this pentagon, I will tell you how to create an axis for this pentagon in my next class. So இப்போ உங்களுக்கு நான் கன்ஃபியூஸ் பண்ண வேண்டாம்னு நினைக்கிறேன். So that I am going to explain this diagram without an axis. Okay, so for this circle diagram. Okay, so I'm going to explain this column without an axis. Okay, so this is what the procedure. So I will tell you the procedure later. So this is what the center point. You have to project all the points towards the reference line. Okay, so you have to project A of 1 towards the reference line, and B of 2 and E of 5 to the reference line. Then C of 3 and D of 4 towards the reference line. Okay, so this pentagon should be created with a dimension of 25 mm, right? So the side value of this pentagon is 25 mm. And what is the height of this pentagonal prism? So the value of the axis is 50 mm. நான் பேசுறது கேக்குது எல்லாத்துக்கும்? I think the presentation is not moving. Just a minute. I would like to connect my laptop on the Wi-Fi. So I think the presentation is not moving.
Am I audible to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I think there is a problem with my internet. So I think it is resolved right now. So can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I already told you that you have to name this each and every corner with two names. So one is A of 1 and next one is B of 2 and C of 3 and D of 4, then E of 5. So you have to project these 5 corners towards the reference line. So that is what these lines. So these are all the projection lines from the each and every 5 corners. Okay, you have to project up to this reference line. And the height of this prism, that is 50 mm. Okay, so the height of this prism is 50 mm. So that is what mentioned here. Axis length is 50 mm. So you have to create a prism with a height of 50 mm. So that is what this. So initially you have to create an axis with 50 mm. Then you can create a box, a rectangular box. So the edges, the corners of this exact rectangular box should be, the one corner should be A of 1 and the another corner should be D of 4. Okay, so you have to project these two corners towards the top surface. So this top surface should have a distance of 50 mm. So this is what our top surface. And also with that, while looking from this direction, you have to draw this front view. So if you are looking from this direction, you can able to see this corner. So that is called A of 1. Okay, so that is what we'll mention here. Here it is A dash and here it is 1 dash. Similar to that, you can able to see this corner. Okay, so if you can able to see this corner, you can name this point as C dash, and sorry, this is not right. I totally, so this point will be marked as A dash because the top surface will be marked as A, B, C, D, E, and the bottom surface should be marked as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this one is A dash and this one is 1 dash. Similar to that, this point can be marked as C dash and this point can be marked as 3 dash. Okay, so you can able to see this corner and also you can able to see this corner. Okay, and also with that you can able to see this corner. Normally it is not a corner, it is an edge. So edge with the name of B and 2. That means you have to create an edge at this projection line like this. Okay, so you have to create an edge like this. So this point can be named as B dash and this corner can be named as 2 dash. Then what is the rest points? So what are the rest points that are available? So the next points are D of 4 and E of 5. Okay, so you can't able to see this D of 4 and also E of 5. Clear? You can't able to see these points. So for that, you have to name these points with the within bracket like this. So this particular point can be named as A dash and this particular point can be named as B dash of E dash because here you can able to see this corner, you can't able to see this particular corner, that is called E of 5. So the E should be marked within bracket and also the 5 should be marked within bracket. Similar to that, you have to mark this point within bracket. So that is what C dash of D dash. So you can able to mark the rest points. So the bottom points. So bottom point is 1 dash. So next point is 2 dash of 5 dash and the next point is 3 dash of 4 dash. So this is what the normal front view and top view for this particular problem. Is it clear? Any doubts? And do you have any doubts? கண்டிப்பா டவுட் இருக்கும்பா, கேளுங்க தயவு செஞ்சு. Okay, so the next procedure, so we have to follow the next step. That is what we have to mark this front view with an angle of 30 degree. That means we have to mark this each and every vertical lines with an angle of 30 degree. So this angle should be 30 degree, and this angle should be 30 degree, and this one should be 30 degree, and this one should be 30 degree. Okay, so in our previous condition, the previous heading projection of planes, I already told you if it is edges on HP, we have to mark these edges exactly at the left side portion. But here I have marked the edge with exactly at the right position. That means I have to incline this diagram. So during that inclination, this particular corner, this 3 dash of 4 dash corner should touches the reference line. So in the edge நேரா எந்த corner வருதோ அந்த corner தான் இந்த reference line touch ஆயிருக்கணும், like this. Okay, so the inclination should be like this. So if the problem is like corner on HP, then you have to draw this diagram reversely. That means you have to draw like this. So here this angle should be 30 degree. So இதே வந்து corner on HP ன்னு சொல்லி இந்த மாதிரி draw பண்ணிருக்கணும். But our condition is edges on HP. That means you have to draw a 30 degree inclination. Okay, you have to draw a 30 degree inclination. So the bottom surface should have a 30 degree inclination. So this is what our bottom surface, and this is what our top surface. So we'll be having two surfaces with the shape of pentagon. So you can create exact size. Okay, so you can measure this size of this initial front view. So this is what our first front view. So you can measure this first front view, and you have to replicate the same size and same shape with an angle of 30 degree. Okay, so after doing that, you have to mark this center line. So that means this 2 dash of 5 dash and B dash of E dash line. Okay, so for this you have to measure a distance of this distance. You can measure this distance with your compass. You can place your compass exactly at this point. Okay, you can create an arc like this. So after doing that, you can create a inclined line. Okay, so this is what our initial front view, but here it is in the angle of 30 degree. Okay, is it clear? So after creating this front view, you can name this front view with the different points. That means 1 dash, 2 dash of 5 dash, then 3 dash of 4 dash. So the bottom surface should have a name like this, and the top surface should have a name of A1 dash, B1 dash of E1 dash, and C1 dash of D1 dash. So like this. Okay, so you can name these points as A1 dash, B1 dash of E1 dash, and C1 dash of D1 dash. Is it clear? Similar to that, the bottom surfaces should have a name of 1 dash, 2 dash of 5 dash, and 3 dash of 4 dash. Okay, so now we are having 6 edges. That means this is what first edge, and this is what the this is what the first corner and second corner and third corner and fourth corner and fifth corner, finally the sixth corner. So you have to project these 6 corners towards the top view position. So this is what our second top view position, right? So you have to project these 6 points towards the top view position. Similar to that, you have to project these 5 corners towards the top view position. So these are all the 5 corners from our previous top view. Okay, so you have to project these 5 corners towards the second top view position. Similar to that, you have to project the 6 corners from the front view towards the top view position. So the projection will be like this. Okay, so you can project all the corners. Okay, so if you're projecting these corners, each and every point will have a 2 lines. one vertical line and one horizontal line. Okay, so the first line is from the first projection line is from the point called A of 1. Okay, and similar to that, you'll be having a vertical line for 1, and also you'll be having a vertical line from A. So like this, a vertical line from 1 and a vertical line from A. So you can create a point. So this point name can be marked as 1 1, and this point name can be marked as A1. Similar to that, you can have all the 10 corners. Okay, so project B of 2 towards the top position, and also you'll be having a vertical line for 2. So that particular point can be marked as 2 1. Okay, similar to that, you'll be having a horizontal line for point 3, and also a horizontal line, sorry, vertical line for point 3. So that particular intersection can be marked as 3 1. Okay, and you can project a horizontal line from point 4 and a vertical line from point 4. So that particular point can be marked as 4 1. Okay, then project the fifth point also, so that can be marked as 5 1. So now you can connect these 5 points with the inclined lines. Okay, you can connect this point 1 and 2 and 2 and 3, then 3 and 4 and 4 and 5, finally 5 and 1. So if you are doing this, you'll be getting a inclined pentagon. Okay, so this is not sufficient for creating an inclined top view. So we have to project the rest 5 points too. So before that, don't connect these points with a uh, continuous line, because if you are creating an inclined solid, some points, some edges can't be seen with a naked eye. So you have to create a hidden lines. Okay, so I will tell you how to find out the hidden lines. So before that, you have to create another 5 corners with the name of A, B, C, D, and E. Okay, so for this you can project a vertical line from point A. So that particular intersection can be marked as A1. Then project a vertical line for point B and E. So that particular point B and E can be marked as B1 and E1. Okay, similar to that, you can project the vertical line from point C and D. So you can create another 2 corners, C1 and D1. So you can connect these 5 points with a continuous line, because this top surface is not a hidden surface. So you can able to see this top surface because you are creating a top view, right? So while looking from this top view direction, you can able to see this top surface. Okay, you can't able to see this bottom surface. So the some edges of this bottom surface can't be seen. Okay, only the some edges of this bottom surface can't be seen. So you can able to see the top surfaces. So you can able to connect these 5 points with a thick continuous line. Okay, you can connect these points too. And while looking from this direction, while looking from the left to right direction, you can able to see this edge and this edge. Okay, so these 3 edges can't be seen. These 3 edges can't be seen. So you have to mark these 3 edges with a hidden line. That means like this. You know how to create a hidden line. Okay, so this is what our hidden lines. So you have to connect these 2 corners with a hidden line. And also you have to connect the top surfaces and also the bottom surfaces. Okay, So you'll be having 5 lines. So if you're looking the 3D diagram, you'll be having a 5 lines for a prism like this. So point A and 1 is connected with the vertical line. Okay, and point B and 2 is connected with the vertical line, and point C and 3 is connected with the vertical line, and point D and 4 is connected with the vertical line, and point E and 5 is connected with the vertical line. Okay, so you'll be having a 5 vertical lines. So you have to mark these 5 vertical lines exactly on the inclined top view. Okay, so now you have connected all the points. Okay, so now you have to create a vertical lines. So here it will be look like a horizontal line because it is a top view. So here it will be look like an horizontal lines. So 5 and E is already connected and 2 and B is already connected. Similar to that, you can connect 1 and A, and also you have to connect 4 and D and 3 and C. Okay, so but this 2 lines is a hidden line. Okay, because you have already created a hidden line for 5 and 4 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 3. Okay, so ரெண்டு hidden lines connect ஆகிற பாயிண்ட்ல இருந்து வர line hidden line தான் இருக்கும். So this line is also a hidden line. So 3 and C is a hidden line and 4 and D is a hidden line. Okay, so this is what the inclined top view. So for understanding this projection of solid clearly, you have to create a solid with a paper, or else you can create this kind of pentagonal prism with a chart. ஸோ ஒரு சார்ட்டோ இல்லை நோட்டோட அட்டையோ வச்சு நீங்கள் என்ன பண்ணலாம்னா ஒரு pentagonal prism create பண்ணுங்க with your own. Okay, so if you're creating this solids, you can able to understand this problem clearly, because right now I told you how to create a how to identify the hidden lines, but these hidden lines will be vary for each and every problems. Okay, if it is different for each and every problem, you have to identify where we have to draw the hidden lines. Okay, so that is your consideration and also your assumption. So for assuming that, you need to know the solid clearly. If it is a physical mode, I will show you the components. I will show you the 3D components in a class, but right now this is not possible. So you have to create these 3D components with chart, or else you can use your old rough notes. So old note அட்டை இருக்கும்ல, ஸோ அதை வச்சு நீங்கள் என்ன பண்ணலாம்னா 3D components create பண்ணலாம். Okay, so after creating the 3D component, please make that component with an angle of 30-degree inclination. So after doing the 30-degree inclination, by looking from the top view direction, you can able to see these marked highlighted points clearly. You can't able to see these hidden lines. That means it is a hidden edges. So you can't able to see these edges. So that is what we have marked these edges with the hidden line. Is it clear? Any doubts? And one more very very important point. So நிறைய பேர் வந்து பாத்தீங்கன்னா more than 45 ஸ்கோர் பண்ணிருந்தீங்க. So it is very good. But more than 45 வாங்கினா எல்லாருமே வந்து பாத்தீங்கன்னா 50 out of 50 வாங்க வேண்டியவங்க. So the reason behind for the particular reduction of single mark in each and every problem and half mark in each and every 2 marks, அது எதுக்காகன்னு பாத்தீங்கன்னா, you forgot to write all dimensions are in mm for each and every diagrams, and also you forgot to highlight the front view and top view. I already told you that the front view and top view should be highlighted with a HP pencil, but most of you have highlighted all the diagrams. So in the is a final diagram. So for this problem, this is what the final diagram. So here the red color lines are the solid lines. Okay, so you have to highlight with this with your HB pencil. So the remaining lines, so இப்போ நான் mark பண்ணிருக்க remaining lines like the projection lines, so these lines should be marked with 2H pencil. ஸோ ஆனால் எல்லாருமே வந்து பார்த்தீங்கன்னா ஃபுல்லாக நீங்கள் என்ன பண்ணியிருக்கீங்க, ஹைலைட் பண்ணியிருக்கீங்க. ஸோ அதனால தான் வந்து மார்க் ரெடியூஸ் ஆயிருக்கு. Okay, so today you will be having a class work. So you have to draw this diagram in your class work. You have to submit within Friday, and due to the Ramzan holiday, we can't able to conduct a tutorial 2. So you'll be having a tutorial 2 exactly on coming Friday. So coming Friday 3rd hour will be a tutorial hour. Okay, so the tutorial problem is projection of planes. Okay, இதை வந்து நீ Friday compulsory submit பண்ணணும். At the same time you will be having a tutorial on Friday. Is it clear? Is it clear? Any doubts? Now, do you have any doubts? If you're having any doubts, you can ask me, or else you can leave this meet.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.